We be rising every day. Tried to do a live stream earlier today, but was having some technical difficulties. So if you guys have any questions, I'm going to do a Q&A for Healed Naturally, or anything you want to talk about, any questions you have, I'm going to do a Q&A. Leave your questions, comments down below, and I will answer questions for you. It can be related to anything. Even COVID 1984, COVID. So I hope you guys are doing well. There's a lot going on. For my US friends, you have an election coming up. So lots of emotions, maybe lots of stress that you're experiencing. And I know how I don't often talk about this, about politics on this channel, but there's a lot going on, always. And today I wanted to just focus on why I usually always start my day with fruit. And I talk a lot about this in my Healed Naturally ebook. But fruit is the best, in my opinion, first thing in the morning for breakfast. It's like I call it my first breakfast, then I usually have a second breakfast. But my first breakfast is usually always fruit because it is the most hydrating, and it just makes me feel so good. It gives me the most amount of energy as well. I usually go for a bike ride, so I like to be hydrated, and I like to have some energy, and I like to feel good. And as you guys know, fruit has been one of the main foods that have helped me eliminate cysts, clean my skin up, eliminate ovarian cysts, endometriosis, and really helps to clean out the bowels. So I fully recommend eating fruit for breakfast. Try to get in that fruit for breakfast at least, because it's super, super hydrating and will get your bowels moving. And fruit is packed with fiber, water content, vitamins, minerals, and it's so easily digestible for the human body. And what I have here, we can get into the more sugary fruits like bananas, but I prefer first thing in the morning to start with more watery fruits. So that's like grapes, one of my favorites, grapes always. Grapes, or I have, check out these, you guys, mandarin oranges. So I can easily pop a few of these back, no problem. Look how beautiful these are. Oh, love it. But in particular, the citrus, whether we are talking about lemons, limes, oranges, these mandarin oranges, the citrus in particular is really good for cleansing the kidneys and really cleansing out that whole reproductive area. For my females out there, the ovaries, the uterus, we want to really cleanse, and that's where these citrus fruits are the best, okay, because they are your cleansers. The citrus come packed with vitamin C, super important right now with the whole COVID viruses going on. Vitamin C, vitamin D, essential. So we also need to get sunlight, and if you're up north like me, that can be hard, so you may want to supplement, take a D3 supplement if you're low on vitamin D. And I do take a supplement in the wintertime, but I do try to get that sunlight on my skin because that's the best. That's the best for our bodies. Combined with vitamin C, boost your immune system. Right up there. And that's this whole channel. We're always talking about boosting up the immune system. And we can get into, what's coming. They're talking about vaccines. And I try to tread lightly talking about that. And I know a lot of you guys know why. But I think that you should always have freedom, and you should always have your freedom of speech and freedom to do what you want to your body. Now, on this channel, what I look at is a holistic approach and looking at food as your medicine and boosting up your immune system, which is your lymphatic system. And that's what a lot of the conventional medicine doesn't focus on. They don't focus on natural healing or the lymphatic system, which is our immune system. And it's really about focusing on building up your immune system and not bringing your immune system down. So there's several things that can bring your immune system down. Fear, stress, a lot, the environment that you're in, for sure. The food that you're eating. Is it junk food? Is it processed food? Is it really oily foods cooked at high temperatures? This is really hard for the body to digest. And what we're looking at is people getting a lot of acne on their skin, redness, inflammation, and it really comes from diet and lifestyle. And we have to look at the food that we're putting in our body, in our temple, whatever you want to call it, every day. And I really like to look at the body as a temple. This is your temple. This is, I like to take care of my body. And now that I've, realized that how important food is, and my doctor would say, it doesn't matter what you eat. But that is so incorrect. That is so incorrect. And when you test it on yourself, you just have to say, okay, I'm going to just start with fruit for breakfast, start cleaning up my life, start cleaning up my diet. And when you change what you're doing, you will see results, and you'll see a change in what you're experiencing. So changing your actions, changing what you're doing is essential. And for me, fruit is I always come back to fruit when I want to build up my immune system. Fruits and vegetables, leafy greens. And for me, we want the fiber, we want the water content, we want the vitamin C, we want lots of vitamins and minerals. Like that's what we need to build up our immune system and to eliminate cysts and mucus in the body and constipation. So many people are constipated out there and have, pounds of fecal matter that they're carrying around in their colon, in their intestinal tract. And that's where you get on the fruit, you may have to run to the washroom. And people panic. They don't want to, elimination is key in health. And that's in all aspects. Your emotions, eliminating what's causing you blockages emotionally, letting it go, letting go of thoughts that aren't serving you, that are negative, that are stopping you from doing whatever it is that you want to do, your goals. Your mind is so powerful. What you tell yourself, your belief systems. And you have to be conscious and aware of what you're how you're talking to yourself, and be conscious and aware of that mind, because it can get in the way if you allow it. So you want to take control of your mind and of your body. And that really starts with changing the fuel that you're eating, changing what you're telling yourself every day, what you're telling your mind every day. And I know a lot of people, especially in the wintertime, they want to just go in hibernation, and I get it. You know, it may be a time to catch up on sleep, catch up, like rest, and you know, really, it's a chance really to let your glands heal, and your adrenal glands in particular. A lot of people, there's a lot of stress going on, and so that's where sleep is also really essential. And that's where people almost they go into like hiding, and they just like sleep, and they just want to sleep all the time. But there's a time for sleeping, and then there's a time where it is sleep maybe are you sleeping too much where it's becoming a problem and you're not wanting to face the day, you're not wanting to get up and move your body. We really need to move our bodies, and sometimes you just have to push yourself and get out there, push yourself and get out into nature. And that's where you have to also start talking to that mind, and just, you know, get your mind out of the way and you take control. And that's where I find starting with the fruit for breakfast puts me on the right track, puts me on the right path, because it right away makes me feel good. A lot of people, they don't feel good, so then they don't want to get up and go out. So I need to feel good in order to accomplish whatever it is I need to do for the day. That's where the fruit is energizing, hydrating, it's electrical, and gets me out, gets me moving. So I always start with fruit for breakfast. It's the most cleansing, detoxifying food on the planet, and essential for healing the glands, eliminating those cysts and mucus buildups in the body. It starts with elimination. And the eliminative channels, our skin, our kidneys, our airways. Important to breathe fresh oxygen, get out in nature, breathe in oxygen. To be healthy, our cells need oxygen. And we need to also move our body and open up our eliminative channels, our airways, open up the skin. Sometimes people need to go to like a sweat lodge or a sauna, or, you know, work out, jump on the rebounder to sweat. That's really good. And also the bowels, right? That's an eliminative channel right there, to get that crap out that's not serving you. So fruit for breakfast, for breaking the fast. When you sleep, your body is also resting, healing, and that's where fruit is perfect, because your body you may not be you're sleeping, so unless you get up to drink some water, you want that water content, you want to stay hydrated, your body wants water. So that's where it's perfect for breaking the night's fast. And not enough people are eating fruit. How many people don't have enough vitamin C, right? How many people's immune systems are low? They turn to stimulants like coffee, maybe tea, and then they have a crash later on in the afternoon. And I know, because I've been there. So that's where we want to turn to eating more fruit, hydrating that way, getting our energy that way, and giving our adrenal glands and kidneys a time to relax and heal, instead of stimulating them all the time. Because if you're already in a stressful work environment and then you bring in the caffeine, that's a lot on your kidneys and adrenal glands. So we want to give them a chance to heal. So if I get people, if they don't even, some people don't like fruit, and that just blows my mind. You have to like try different types of fruit. Whatever, you gravitate towards. But gosh, when you get a couple of these going in your body first thing in the morning, it's just like it feels like a supercharger. Like your battery has just been like supercharged and you're ready to like face the day, go out and get things done or just have fun, right? That's what it's about here too. It's about having fun and not stressing, right? So we want to have fun on this planet because we got how much time, right? So we want to have fun and we want to feel good and we don't want to be sick and we don't want to be in pain and suffering. So we must change what we're doing if we don't like what we see. And for me, breakfast is one of the most important meal because that will start your day. That's the fuel, the first fuel that you're putting in your body, that you're putting in your temple. And you want to make sure it's nutritious, hydrating, and electrical. And that's the power right there. So fruit for breakfast makes me feel energized, and I like vibing high. We be rising every day. We be vibing high. Who doesn't want to vibe high? So hope you guys are doing well. And as always, be your beautiful selves. Be getting in some fruits today for breakfast and be getting in some nature. When you do that, when we all do that, we'll be rising. Don't forget questions. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll answer them in the next Q&A. Love you guys.